We live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am live. Oh, good. Okay. So, I named this Is the American Dream Over? Hello. Oh, I got my glasses on. Okay. Hi. How is everybody doing? Hi. Got Facebook over here. So, I want to talk about, I've been looking at some videos lately and I've been seeing how everybody is basically saying that they're over with the American dream, or a lot of people are saying that they don't subscribe to the American dream anymore. Hello, hello. So I'm just wondering, what do you guys think about that? I feel like we're in this space now where more people are realizing the conditions and the limits that have been placed. And I see some people saying that they want to be normal. They don't want to have to strive or to have to work for anything. And I see other people saying that they want everything that's here for the taking. Like if there is an upper echelon, then I want to be able to afford it. And then I see other people saying, I just want to exist. So I'm just wondering, where do you lie? What do you think? What is it that you want with your life? Right. 9 to 5. I don't want to do the 9 to 5 either. I don't want to give my time up for a little bit of money that after taxes is going to be even less than that. I just can't see it for myself. And then I see other cultures, they have been explorers, but our culture and my culture, we haven't got that luxury. So I want to spend my time catching up on exploring, like what's out here. But I also want to be able to afford the things I like should I see them. I don't want to, struggle with a K, but I feel like there's a middle ground somewhere that we're missing. I'm just wondering how. So when I think about normalism, that's what I saw. The girl said she wanted to just be normal. Hashtag normalism. And so I was wondering what. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm thinking about children and things, but is that the only legacy? Like, say if I had children, or what if I wanted to be super normal and I didn't want to even have that? Am I just saying that I want to come, exist, and just be, and then leave? What is the legacy that I'm leaving? What legacy are you leaving? What are you striving to leave? What do you think that your your goal is right now? I was writing this earlier, and I feel like my goal is healing within myself, but also leaving the breadcrumbs of how for others, so that until the end of time, you can always pull up my name and see something that's healing worthy. I think about Maya Angelou and Oprah. Oprah is like Beyonce. You don't really say the last name, but you know, Oprah. So they leave these lives of healing legacy, and each your legacy is. Oprah said, Maya said that your legacy is every person you touch. So I'm just trying to touch a million people. You know, that's my thing. I want to be regular doing it, like normalism, right? But I want to do it so frequently and so well that it touches millions of people. And that's just for my thing. So I'm just wondering how many people have found their thing, or how many people are just giving up on this American dream that we have, this thing. They just know that, hey, I don't want to do the 9 to 5. I don't want to work for nobody. I worked at the post office, so I know, okay? I know what you're talking about here. I don't want to do it either, okay? So I don't want to do that, but have I found out what it is I do want to do? What is it that I would do every single day? Whether I'm getting paid or not, are we finding that place, or are we just giving up on it all? Because, like, personally, American culture is like, it's not the move, okay? Like, why do we eat so many times? We only poop once a day. Like, we are habitually eating 3 times a day because who said it? I eat 1 time a day, and then I be having nuts and stuff in the middle. But it's no, you're like, and then I realized that, oh, you're eating your feelings. I fast the 7 days out of each month. And I'm like, you're eating your feelings. Every time you're trying to look for food, it's because you feel stressed. And I noticed it. So I'm just wondering, like, who put that into our culture that was like, in the morning, I don't know what I got to do today. You know what? Y'all got bagels? Like, I'm just trying to figure out whose trauma made our rules. So if we're trying to break out of America's rules, I'm gonna get in trouble. But if we're trying to break out of America's rules, I feel that, and do it our own way. But if we're just trying to break out of the rules and not be of service, and that it doesn't have to be on a global scale, it doesn't have to be national. It could just be your community. It don't even have to be the whole, it could just be your building. Like, but if we turn into like just so jaded that we don't let anybody around us, I'm me and that's it, or I'm gonna do for mine and that's it, and there is no community, we're not touching anybody and we're not leaving a legacy. So when we die, everything that was there in our bubble with us dies with us. So I'm just looking at it differently. I don't know. My glasses are very new and I can't see what it's saying here. Hey, how y'all doing? Oh, I didn't even see y'all here. See, this is terrible. Okay. I've been thinking a lot, and I've just been trying to figure out. Somebody called me the Hood Oprah today, and so it was like, oh, okay, maybe I like that. So what I think that the person was trying to say is that I allow them to express themselves emotionally, or to have that time to really process and think about whatever it is that we're talking about. And I thought that was cool. I think that there should be more spaces to do that. Oh, I see. Hello. Oh, hey, sister girl. My glasses I can't see. Okay. What I need to do is stop faking. Like I can see, I really can't. Okay. No, it's terrible. Okay, it's the light too. It's the reflection. I'm so sorry. But I think that I've just been putting this correlation together with the pandemic. When it gets silent at night, a lot of people close to me talk about the dark months, or what do you call it? Seasonal depression. And while these things are very real because feelings are real, these things, what happens is we're not processing. All of these things stick together because these are the quiet times when things aren't open, whether it's the world or just not for right now. We can't go to the beach. Everybody doesn't live in Miami, right? So we can't just go and be free and feel good when these cold months come along. We stay in the house. We're by ourselves. It's not sunny. This is not California. We're here. And so what ends up happening is we have to sit with self. And if you're not intentionally trying to sit with self, it hurts. You carry somebody else's trauma, something that somebody else did to you. You think about it and you hurt. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. That's why we got to write, first of all, because give that trauma to them. Focus on what you are accountable for. How did you react? And what did you not know? That's my thing. Sometimes I may react in such a way that it seemed like the right thing to do. Like they was in my face. So at what point do you smack them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, I thought that was, what's it called? Self-defense. And it's like, is it an immediate threat? Did they hit you? Like once you get more information, then you learn and you're like, oh man, no, I wish I didn't do that. I think that's for everything. Once we get more information, we do things differently with intent. But if we don't have intent, if we're just kind of out here and hey, it turns into I just want to exist at the end of the day. It turns into I'm depressed and I can't get out of it, which turns into a behavior. And then you have that friend that's a Debbie Downer. Bro, I was that friend. Like, you know, like I'm fun for a minute and then I'm sad. And it's like, damn, who brought Eeyore to the party? Like, can you please get your friend? She killing my vibe. I knew it. I knew it, but I didn't know how to stop it because it was in my head. I can't see it. I don't know what to tell you. It's not on me, but it's on me, man, you know? And so literally understanding the science behind what I was doing, understanding how my brain is going in this loop, and it's a narcissistic loop because it's all about me. So I'm going in this loop. I feel this way. They did this to me. I did victim, 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 victim. In the middle, me. Like, right? When in actuality, I'm not the victim. I have choices after choices. They did this to me and I stayed. I could have left. All right? I didn't. So back in the loop. Right? And then this happened. And again, I could have stood up for myself. I didn't have the information of what boundaries was. So I didn't give myself grace now, but before I was back in the loop. Right? So these things keep happening over and over, and they're so subtle. It's so subtle to the point where you think this really you. Like this, I'm just like this. This is just me. Take me, leave me. And then I start to push away friends. I say that word loosely, people, right? Who can't handle that deregulation. So then I may feel like when I don't know, I'm trying to think of something regular. I'm a regular person in general. Like you can catch me at your nation, like anywhere with a lake. Anywhere, okay? I don't know. Something very simple. If I think about, I'm trying to give a good example. Let me think. If I was trying to I guess if I was trying to do something, if I had been, I don't know, swimming in the pool all this time. I've been swimming in the pool. I always swim in the pool. You know, I never tried to swim in a lake. I don't even know what that's like, right? But I'm always swimming in the pool. I'm comfortable with the pool. I'm fine with the pool. Now somebody says, hey, you can swim in a lake, bigger, maybe freshwater, I don't know, lake, I don't know, right? But they're like, swimming in the lake. Lake's cool, we're going lake swimming. You like, nah. I don't do no lake swimming. I'm about the pool life, okay? It's all about the pools. Swim, you know? Just whatever, right? I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. My personality is this pool. I'm the pool girl. Okay, this is going somewhere. But like, I'm the pool girl. Like, I'm the pool. Everybody know me from the pool. What you talk about? Like, I'm the pool girl. So I'm gonna feel regular in that. I'm gonna identify with being the pool girl, right? This is what I like. This is what I know. I haven't been exposed to anything else. And so then when I'm hesitant. And so then I just stay here. And I'm like, yeah, I want to live a neutral life. I don't want to have to do too much. You know, I don't want to work for them. I may not necessarily want to work for myself. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to do, right? So I see these, or I've had conversation with people, and I'm watching these videos where people are pretty much saying these things, that they got to a place where, this is what I'm hearing, that they got to a place where they're just like, I'm the pool girl. I'm good with that. I don't care what the Kardashians got going on. I know I got the pool on lock. And while I think we need people at every level, I think that also limits us too, because, well, one, our children watch what we do, not what we say. So if you only strive to be content, are they gonna think that there's more? Are they gonna see more? Um, are you gonna say, do as I say, not as I do, but they're gonna do what they see, and so is that gonna cause a pattern to continue? Um, I just wonder, like, it's just an observation, and I just want us to process this, because we talk about Black excellence. To me, it should be normal. We're just late, and I'm happy we're catching up. But it's like we are the creators. Like, duh. Like, what do you mean? This is excellence. Like, that's normal. It should be normal. Like, it should be normal. So when I hear people say be regular, it's like how do you make great regular? First of all, and like, obviously America did a nice little job at showing us, right? But at the same time, we still made traffic lights, and like, we still, it's like you can't contain greatness. It doesn't, like, all of our ancestors were enslaved. I'm just talking to the Black people at this point, but all of our ancestors were enslaved, and somehow we are here. Like, you cannot contain greatness. It just is going to ooze out. It's going to have resilience. It's going to, right? But you know what else does that? Trauma. And so I'm wondering, are we so traumatized by Americans' conditions? We're just like, look, if I got money, I can eat. I'm good. My kids good. I'm straight. I don't want nothing else. I don't need nothing else. Are we like limiting ourselves? Are we limiting ourselves because of the trauma that we've endured, or we still feel from generations? Because I still feel I'm healing from the trauma that my mother had, that her mother gave her, that her mother gave her. I'm healing from that. And so I go and I talk to them and I have conversations, because I got to, my family funny. So let's call my mama named Joy, and Noelle is my grandma, right? So let's say, I got to go talk to Joy. I can't go talk to mom. I got to go talk to Joy. Can't go talk to grandma. I got to go talk to, what I say her name was? Noelle, right? I was thinking about Christmas. I don't know. But I got to go talk to them. That's two different people. Grandma and mom, they love me. But who does Noelle and Joy love, right? It's so funny. Like, I have to think about it in a different way. I used to be mad. Like, my mother, Joy, all of them the same person. She crazy. Like, no, she's not. She's traumatized and she don't know. Like, and it's, you can put that together and separate it. Hurt people, and then they don't know. Just simple don't know. If I'm not from your culture, I may not know. So I may hurt you just off the strength that I don't know I didn't know y'all did it like that. Okay. Like, cook a hot dog. Some people boil their hot dog. Some people cook it on it. You feel me? Like, if I just start putting water in a pot and you used to cooking it in a pan, you're going to look at me like, what you doing? What you doing? You feel me? Like, but if I don't know, that's a sincere intention. I didn't know. I'm still trying to get the same thing done, but I didn't know. Versus, I'm hurt. The world hurt me. I'm finna hurt you, and I don't care. Like, intention is everything. So I'm just wondering. So I just urge you to think about this within yourselves. What is it that you want? What do you really want in life? Not what you saw, Not what the Kardashians said. And can I just say how proud I am to say I have never watched a episode of the Kardashian. What's it called? Keeping Up, whatever it's called. I ain't do it. So because I'm focused on healing me. I'm focused on. I watch Issa. I don't know. It's different. But I ain't never watched. No, they're not. That's not. Because how is that helping me? What is that doing for me? What do I want? When I watch Issa, I know that I can go from YouTube to HBO, right? I know that I can start by criticizing and then end up writing my own stuff because I y'all could have made that way better. Matter of fact, I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got it, right? Like, I know that these things are possible by looking at that. I don't know what was possible. Like, I'm trying to think of something good. Beautiful babies. I don't know. I don't know what's possible when you could start with a sex tape and end up a lawyer. Is she a lawyer yet? I don't know. But I guess anything is possible. But either way, media. I focus on the media that I intake because that's going to swirl in my head. So maybe I hear everybody got, I don't know, something fancy, right? I don't know, name something fancy. And then I start thinking, oh man, I want this fancy thing. But is that really what I want, or am I trying to keep up with them? Now, I do think community is important, but like-minded is so important. Community that is like-minded is so important because let's say all my friends millionaires, right? And they say, yeah, we finna do a millionaire race. Meet us at the track. And I'm thinking, all right, cool. I'm gonna come. I'm trying to be a millionaire too. I'm thinking that they hosted the race. They like, no, we running. Y'all doing what? Y'all running. But I want to be in the part of this group. What I'm gonna do? Just act like I'm stretching and then just show up at the end? No. I gotta take off running too. Like, I gotta get in the race. This is who I want to be around. These are the people that I want to be around. Intentionally, right? If I don't, I'm gonna get left behind. If that's not my intention, they're gonna take off without me. So community is important because it's going to keep me at speed. It's going to keep me going. First of all, I wasn't thinking about no race. Then y'all said we was racing, so now I see it's possible. All right, cool. I'm finna take this race. Now, I don't know. The vision don't tell me how it ends, so don't ask. But I took off. I tried. I ran. I went after it because of the community. And when I think about Stomp the Yard, when they was running up the hill, he started slowing down. That's me. He started slowing down. Somebody came. Hey, bro, come on. Community. Whereas somebody else be looking like this nigga. No. It's all about the type of community that we are in. Because that type of community is going to get us thinking. When I talk to people and they say, hey, you give me mental stimulation. So now I got all these ideas. And I didn't have that before. Well, community. If you're in a different community, when you go to that community, it's going to give you ideas, just not productive ones, I guess. It's some whole other stuff. Like, my thing is, if we can put all this money into robbing the bank, we could put all this money into creating a security system to sell to the bank. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And so I got a lot of scammer friends that keep trying to use my business account. No, bruh. No. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because if you can scam and drop money from I don't know where into my account, then you can set up something to sell to the people. Like, you can use that same energy for good. Switch it. It's a small degree. It's a small degree. I keep telling people, so the answer is no. If you're watching, it's still no. Okay? Especially now because I've been saying something. Now they're going to know for real. No. I'm just saying. Hello. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my glasses. I can't see, but I'm just processing this. I'm just processing. And so I hope that this reaches people and we can come together and start processing what it is we want in life. Because realistically, if we're talking about we're still on scammers, how long are you going to do that? Like, what's the end goal? What? And to me, like, I believe in God. And then the scammers always be believing in God. You got to trust on God. And I used to be like that, like finesse. You got to believe in the finesse. But I'm not finna take something. Like, that's a completely different situation. Like I need to believe in the fake doctor's note. Not like like it's levels, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. Yes. Yes, come in. Y'all still with us? We're here. We're here. Yeah, hello. What? I'm being serious.
I love it.
You're so silly.
But I love it. Hey, boo.
How are you?
I am wonderful. Oh, that's my other beauty. Hi,
hello. Yes.
That's another gorgeous woman.
Yes, I'm talking about great energy.
Yeah, but no, I love what you were saying earlier about the power of your community.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're breaking up.
Effect on
wait.
How you see yourself and how you see them. Oh no, I'm breaking up.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh no, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh no.
I hear you.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I turn this off too, because I have a lot of devices on here.
It was
Please
a little loud.
hold everybody. Please turn off. Okay. Hopefully that will help. Ooh. But no, like I was saying was I really appreciate what you were saying earlier about the power of community, right? And the importance of understanding that your community can literally change the trajectory of your life. Like, legit. Like, 100, right? Who you allow yourself to, what's the phrase? Someone said it the other day, which is the God's honest truth, which is your environment is more likely to influence you than you influence it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. So what environment are we allowing ourselves to stay in? And environment also involves who we allow ourselves to socialize with on a regular basis, who we allow ourselves to talk to and inspire us. And like you said, I love what you said about being around a group of millionaires. Yeah, the likelihood of you being the next one is not even, it's guaranteed, because you're going to act like them eventually. You're going to talk like them eventually. It's no different than like, if you go down to Texas, or better yet, no. A while back, it was a long time ago. A while back, I went to London, right? A while back. And, you know, your brain, your ears, all of a sudden, I'm like, why am I trying to talk like them? No, like, I am not British. I'm a whole American here. We are not talking about chip, chip, Cheerio. No. I'm an American, all right?
Yes.
I'm an American. But your environment has an influence on how you speak, how you sound, everything. So that's a beautiful brain hack, because once you understand that, then we can manipulate our environment for our own good. We can manipulate our social groups for our own good. Mm-hmm. Where you want to be, you got to find people who are already there or people who are on the path to be there. And then you run with them. It's the ultimate life hack, but it does require being willing to get uncomfortable.
Intentionality too. You can't even. I think that, like you said, getting uncomfortable is the one half, having that understanding that, okay, what that actually means though. Like, my brain is going to try to put me back into those old habits. Like I was talking about earlier. I don't know if this is an American thing or all over, but most people eat 3 times a day, but we only poop once. So I don't know who made this. So we're overeating. We're overeating.
That was poignant.
Yes. But it's like, who made that up? And when I realize when I want to eat is when I'm feeling emotional stressed. You know, or my brain is trying to shut down. So it's like, where's stuff? Like, and so it's reaching for something. And so I realized that I started doing these 7-day water fasts And so I do them every month. And I realized that, oh, you have to find a different way to cope with your emotions. You keep eating your feelings and it's stored right there in your gut. Like that's what that is. You're eating your feelings anytime you feel uncomfortable. So it's understanding self and knowing, okay, when I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to want to eat my feelings, or I'm going to want to go get attention, or I'm going to want to um all the ways we self-sabotage.
Yeah.
How do you deal with self-sabotaging?
Oh my gosh. To be honest, I cannot say that I have mastered not self-sabotaging. It's so funny that you say that, though, or ask me that question, because I was literally talking to my sister yesterday about it, right? Because we had at the top of the month, right, my sister and I had a meeting, right, to make sure, okay, are we staying on track with our goals that we have for the first quarter, XYZ, personal, professional, all those things, right? Because we always laugh and say that, wait a week, you a good girl?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Is it dead?
I'm sorry.
My bad. Okay. The other day, I was like, whoa, everything that I have planned for is going to plan. And so she was like, what's the problem? And I was like, this is when I screw things up. Like, this is that point. So I was like, I need you to be on me. Like, because this is that point where I'm about to just screw it up. I'm not going to send an email. I'm not going to, because self-sabotage is a whole thing for me. So telling myself not to think about the things. And what I mean is, at this phase, I get really granular. I get really, really, really obsessive about the task itself and not what I'm building, right? So imagine that your goal was to build a 10-foot wall, right? All your life you wanted to build this 10-foot brick wall. And you gotten to the point that you're so not influenced, you're so focused on the task that you've made it like 5 feet already. And you're like, yo, I'm at 5 feet. I've never made it past 2 feet. I'm at 5 feet now. Like, we're halfway there. That's the point when I used to screw things up for myself. And so at this point, I know that works for me is to not look at how far I've come. I know that sounds counterproductive, but we're talking about self-sabotage here, right? I don't let myself look at it. I obsess about laying the next brick. I obsess about the cement. I obsess about making sure the brick is laid perfectly. I obsess about that. I allow myself to obsess about the process, and I obsess about getting the process and getting the task done. I don't let myself look at how far I'm coming, how close I am to the goal, because I know this dome. I know this brain. And so at this point, that is what I am doing. And at this point, so far, it is working. Talk to me in 90 days, though. Like, talk to me in 90 days. But as of February, what is this, 13th? Mm-hmm. This is what I am doing. How about you?
That's so good. I actually, so I will say, when I am regulated, when my feelings are regulated, when I'm balanced, when I'm doing all my self-care things, my routines, I focus on self. But if I move to being too anxious or being depressive and I get deregulated, then I'm focused on outside things that I may not be able to, 9 times out of 10, I can't control, and I'm not focused on the process. So for me, it's making sure that I'm regulated, that I'm grounding my energy, that I'm understanding that I have, like Diddy, it don't never stop. It can't stop. Like, it stops. Okay. So make sure that you put the energy to the right stuff. Okay. Like,
can you define regulated for me, though? What does regulated mean to you?
So emotional deregulation, when our emotions get out of whack, and um, maybe we are. I'm trying to paint a picture. So as a child, if I'm deregulated, I may start acting out. I used to throw things, or once I got bullied, I would throw the little tables and the desk in the classroom, and my emotions were deregulated. My Okay, so the science part, I mess up. I'm still studying, but I think my cortex, my front cortex, closes up, and I can't even hear you. Like,
Wow.
when you think about a person who they just start raging once they're triggered. If I get triggered, I rage, or somebody may just leave, or other people fawn. I just want to, it's okay. No, it's okay. Like, I just killed your dog. I ran her over. No, it's okay. It's okay. Whatever it is, I'm fawning over, and I'm trying to internally, I'm trying to regulate. So for me, once I get to that point, it takes a lot. But once I get there, I had the personality of shutting down, or I would rage, depending on if I had been suppressing it for so long. It would turn into this rage moment. So, oh, sorry.
And how long? No, but how long would that last?
As a child, it would last. I mean, I don't even know. I remember I went to. I got kicked out of regular school because of this, and went to an alternative school. But I never knew how to deal with my emotions. So it wasn't that I was bad. Like, it wasn't that any of us was bad, but I just knew myself in that. I knew that I wasn't bad. I just felt unsafe in these moments. And so I would do whatever I could to feel safe. And I didn't know how to articulate that as a child. But as an adult, I can kind of see what happened. So I remember being at that alternative school, and I don't remember what happened or who triggered me. But in alternative schools, the security can like put their hands on the kids. And I remember 3 grown men like trying to pulling their weight, trying to stop me from going after whatever I was going after. So I was completely deregulated. Completely, I was not there. And so that's why I tell people, sometimes you get to a point where you black out and you don't even realize. And so understanding emotional intelligence and understanding yourself, what triggers you, what takes you over the edge, is important. As a child, back to your question, it would last until somebody could make me feel safe. Usually a guidance counselor or somebody that could mentally make me feel safe. And then as an adult, you rage at work, and then you go home and you go in isolation for days. So it's still there, just shows up a little different.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, there's a question.
Oh.
Tony has a question. Do you want me to read it? Can you see it?
I'm sorry, I did not see it.
I know it's hard. She says, does that almost seem like a fear of success, or a part of it? Back to self-sabotage. That's a good question, Tanya. Does that almost seem like a fear of success? What do you think? My answer to that is yes. How about you?
Yeah, I think so. And we don't realize it. I think that's the fear of success of, somebody used this example of like, if I'm used to making $50,000 a year, and then I get $100,000, I'm going to spend the other 50 until I get back to that first 50, that initial 50, because this is where I'm comfortable. So anything above that makes me feel uncomfortable. So it's kind of the same thing for success. I know that I get to this part, level 5, and I'm good at level 5. I can get here, but anything above that, that's the unknown.
Yes. And you know what's so interesting is that I was talking to, I don't know if she's still here in the chat, my sweetheart, Kiana. She goes by Sharplook13. She is just a beautiful soul, period, and such a genuine, beautiful soul, and such an amazing cheerleader, right? There are certain people in your life that they see you better than you see yourself. Keep those people around you. When you find them, keep them around you. Oh, she's still here. Hey, Boo.
Hello.
Keep those people around you and keep them close to you, right? And I forgot, we were going back and forth via DM, and she said something in regards. She was so excited when I launched my podcast, and it was me and my boo, we go back and forth in the DMs, and I was like, I'm scared. that's what it ultimately ended, because it was that fear. It was the fear of the unknown. It was when people are speaking greatness over you, right? And it's beautiful. You want to receive it, but at the same time, you're like, crap, like, I don't want all that. And it's not that you don't, but it goes back to that fear of the unknown. All I've known is this life at this zip code, at this pay grade, at this job. That's the other reason why so many people are so hard to transition from full-time to entrepreneurship full-time, right? Even if and when they have the money to do so. It is the fear of the unknown. All your life, you have known a check coming in every 2 weeks, no matter what. No matter if you did a stellar job or no matter if you did a crappy job. You clocked in your 40 hours, you got a check. That is a level of security, right? Mm-hmm. And now you jumped into full-time entrepreneurship, and there is no check unless you make a check happen. Right? And sometimes you can put in 1,010%. I know that's mathematically impossible, but you put in your all, and you don't get the money you were expecting, if any. And then you have weeks where it's raining. All that goes back to the whole idea of being open and understanding, yes, the fear of the unknown. However, the hack to that I am learning now goes back to what you were saying earlier, which is community. I am big on mentorship. And mentorship is not only about paying someone to show you the ropes. It is also surrounding yourself with people who have already done what you've done. And you can surround yourself in many different ways. You can surround yourself virtually, right? If I want to learn, I don't know, how to sew and how to develop a sewing business, I do follow her. I don't want to do a sewing business. It's a woman online. Her name is Mimi, and she looks like Mimi Godwin. She's an amazing seamstress. She has a full academy. My point is this. If I wanted to create an online sewing academy and I've never done anything in my life, I'm going to watch that woman like a hawk. I'm going to watch her like a hawk. I'm going to consume everything that she has to consume. That is a form of mentorship. If she offers any more contact, then yeah, I'm going to dive into that. That is a form of mentorship. Then you link into the community, right? You're going to find other people who also have some type of online sewing business. You're going to link up with them because you're going to find people. You don't want to find people. You need people in all phases. And that's the truth of the matter. That's the hack that people miss. It's almost like a kid in high school who wants to join the NBA, right? So right now he thinks that he needs to be under the tutelage of LeBron. Does he need to get in contact with LeBron? Sure. But does he need LeBron every day? No. He needs like a mini Kobe. Like he needs someone who is killing it in college basketball. Don't ask me what that name is. I don't know sports. Right? You need someone, because you need all phases of mentors. You need your LeBron mentor, but you also need a mentor who's about 3 to 4 steps ahead of you. Why? Because they're fully familiar to where you've been at. Mm-hmm. And they have the skills and tool sets to say, oh that sidewalk's a pothole. See, they haven't filled that pothole yet on 7th Street. Mm-hmm. So you're from DC, you on Mass Avenue. No, you on Mass Ave. Okay, there's a pothole right on the corner of that at First Street. Yeah, there's a pothole, but they still haven't filled that yet. See, that pothole wasn't there when LeBron was over there, but see that there's a pothole there now. Right. See, I know about that, so I'm putting you on. You might want to take, I don't know, North Capitol Street, you know? You might want to take North Capitol to get where you feel me?
Yes. Yes, no, what you're saying is so true because I was just talking about this. I made a post on Facebook. That's what it was. And I said a bunch of stuff And then I say coaches, not crutches.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm gonna make that post tomorrow on Instagram.
Yeah,
But
I need to look that up again.
but that is so true because like we'll have a coach. You're gonna have a beginner coach. When you think about scaling or something, the scaling coach does not start you as an emerging entrepreneur. That's a completely different person. And then once you get your business in and you got your groove and you got your confidence, because that emerging entrepreneur coach is also going to be a mindset coach because you don't believe fully in yourself, right?
Exactly.
So once you actually got that together, scaling, she all about business. She not playing, no games. This is about money. You said you want to scale. I got solutions. That's a completely different person. She might not be as mindset friendly as you need, right? So different people, all about community and knowing what you need.
Yes. And just to continue on this path with a whole conversation about mentorship, right? Having your LeBron mentor, you do need him, but you do need someone who's about 4 to 5 steps ahead of you, right? Because they can still point to reference the things that are more current issues that they've recently handled. And last but not least, you need a running pack. You need a running pack.
Yes. You
need a running pack. Why? Because your running pack is going to help you to maintain the pace. Mm-hmm. Maintain the pace. My sister, I always refer to her because I ain't running nowhere for nobody, unless, I don't run. I'm not a runner. Okay? That's my sister.
I completely understand.
She's not running anywhere. Maybe to a sale, but that's all she's running to. So, I learned a lot when my sister trained for a marathon, right? So I learned vicariously through her experience. And one of the things that she learned and she did for her training was she would run with a running group. And running group had different paced groups, right? Not everyone was running at, I don't know, I'm going to use wrong terminology, but not everyone was running at 50 miles per hour. There were people who ran at a pace of 5 miles per hour. And guess what? That was the right pace for them. So they stayed at that pace consistently, no matter what. Consistently, no matter what. And anyone else who's going a little too much faster, they will let them know, hey, you're going out of pace. Are you going to the next pacing group? Are you changing pacing groups to 10 miles per hour? If that's what you want to do, that's great. Run up with them, but we're staying pace right here. We're not holding you back, but we're going to maintain our pace. Because with the marathon, we all know it, everyone's going to reach the finish line as long as you're consistent. Mm-hmm. So when you have...
Oh, no.
It helps you to maintain the pace. It helps the pace because you don't want to be the slow person in the group at all. I don't know. Am I breaking up or are you breaking up?
You were breaking up a little bit, but we back.
Oh, no. Okay, me and my internet. But yeah, you don't want to be the slow person. You want to maintain the pace. So what does that look like in everyday life? Everyday life, accountability groups. Accountability groups are a major hack that a lot of people sleep on. Mm-hmm. And your accountability group doesn't have to be a group of people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. It helps. It does help. I'm not going to lie. But any form of accountability, but a serious accountability group, right? Where you guys are serious about checking in on each other every 2 weeks, once a month. And there are consequences for you not following through on the things you need to follow through on. Because following through is how you keep the pace. However that looks like for everyone in this group individually is different. But accountability is the hack. Because here is the truth. If we're talking about mind hacks here, right? You just said beautifully, and you articulated it beautifully earlier, the power of community and understanding that your community has an influence over how you think and what you do. The other mind hack is to also understand that the brain operates and moves. Let's keep it raw 100 here. Humans are not moved by motivation. They're not. We say we are, but we're not. We're moved by fear. Fear and discomfort. Those are the two things that make us move. Fear and discomfort, mainly fear. The most powerful thing about being a part of an accountability group is that you have the fear of standing out. Don't want to do that. You have the fear of not wanting to be the one who's not following through. And you have the fear of being left behind. Those three, there's others, but those three key points will keep you behind moving no matter what. Because you don't want to see people, your group, getting ahead of you. You don't. You don't. So no, I'm not going to say, oh no, you just need motivation and a pep talk. That is not the truth. That might make you run a little bit harder for that day. But in terms of actually making you create life changes for yourself, like really making bold and brave steps for yourself, you have to leverage how your brain works. We have to hack our brains. All right? I always say that marketers know how to hack our brains. Right? They do. They do. I use the same thing. Come on, sing along. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Okay. I rest my case.
But no, that's so true. And I noticed that. I noticed that all the time, to the point where I don't want to do all the things. Like, I don't want to fall into any of the marketing tools or, schemes or whatever it is, because I notice how much media influences the way we think. The commercial come on, we're watching Power or something.
Exactly.
We're watching something and it comes on louder. Yeah, come to Wendy's and have this new burger or whatever. I stopped eating fast foods. I really don't know what's going on now. but I just noticed stuff like that. The Super Bowl is today. I know that the commercial, you come for the commercials, but the commercials come on louder.
Exactly.
They spend, they cost $500,000. Like,
yes.
So that they can do what? Plant these seeds in your mind.
Exactly. So if anything, I had to be careful how I say this, because sometimes people are like, what? Marketing is just propaganda. It's paid propaganda, right? It's paid propaganda. They are here to pay for your attention, which is also a testament to how powerful your attention is, by the way. Mm-hmm. How powerful your attention is, that millions of companies are paying billions of dollars a year for your attention. Just you right here. Yeah. Your attention. You. Not a conglomerate, you individually, okay? They pay millions of dollars. I misspoke. Billions of dollars in marketing and advertisement to get your attention. That's how valuable your attention is. Because they know that they have your attention, they have your wallets. Because they know over a period of time they can get you to do an action, right? To pay for something, to do something. Don't waste your time trying to reinvent the wheel as to how to motivate yourself to do something. I want you to study what marketers have been doing to you and do it to yourself. Right?
I was about to say, when you said that, you like, it's so valuable how much your attention is. Just think how valuable it would be if you put it on yourself. Yeah.
And for those who are like, well, Gia, what do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I got you. You remember that song, that McDonald's song, not because of how catchy it is, even though it is catchy, right? They paid to make sure it was catchy, but also because it has been played 1 billion times over. 1 billion times over. So it's embedded in your brain, right? It's embedded. Nike, what is their slogan?
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. We all know it. Want to or not, you all know it. How many times, well, back in the day, I don't really listen to the radio anymore, but back in the day, when there was a song, they would play that summer song over, and even if you didn't like the song, you knew the lyrics of the song.
What? You don't even like the song no more.
Like the song. Like the song, but I know the lyrics now.
Yes.
Have you ever gotten angry at yourself when you're like,
yes. just jamming. And then you realize what you're doing. Like, oh, wait, I don't even like them.
Why? Because they're embedding this song or messaging in your brain. Now, I want you to hack that to your benefit. I want you this week to go through your playlist. I want you to create a playlist that makes you feel good about yourself. Whatever those tracks are, whatever, it doesn't have to make sense. All right? You can go from Paul Simon to Yo-Yo Ma back to Jay-Z. I don't care. I want you to create that makes you feel good about you. Just about you. That's wrong. I have theme playlists. I have playlists for when I'm feeling sad about myself or sad about a situation. I have, we can go into that another day. But for this week, your homework is to create a playlist of songs that make you feel good about you. That every time you hear this song, you're like, you know what? I am amazing. You know what? I am a whole snack. Like, whatever that is to you. Whatever that is. Because music is, well, that's a whole other conversation. But we all know that music is powerful, number one. Music is another key element that helps to embed into the memory, right? Mm-hmm. So I want you to remember how brilliant you are and how wonderful you are. Why is that important? Because how often are you told that? Mm-hmm. How often are you told that? Not often enough. Not often enough. So I want everyone here to start hacking their brains by acting like marketers for their own mind. Okay?